Hello aspirants, Magnus, right, Magan root which I was talking of, and I came across Francis Bacon's famous line, Magna civitas, magna solitudo, greater the city, greater the loneliness. It's not today's words, the words were said 250 years back. Francis Bacon, the father of English essays, said in his famous essay, that is of friendship, if you are making a friend, friend has various kernels and various rounds, and there are various benefits of friend. I took this word purposely because I was dealing with the root Magan and I did not end up in my last class with the root, so why continue with the same? But don't forget, magna civitas, magna solitudo, the words which are loaded with meaning. This is an aphoristic, an aphorism, an epigram of the famous, great, erudite, learned scholar Francis Bacon. Taking up the route where I left with this, so a long way to go. I've prepared so many routes for you. See my scrolls. You can yourself judge how much efforts and things have been done in this, right? Yes, so let us begin with magnanimous where I left, and I really want you to remember this. I would write that quote, some of you wanted it, ma'am, whichever epigrams you use, sometimes you are not able to find it or not recall it. Don't worry dearies, I'll write it down for you. Meaning, greater the city, simply great, greater the loneliness. What more can be the best application that I can do for you for Magan root? Exactly Francis Bacon's words. If it is a small place, people have more love, affection for each other. In a place like where we have more of, metros like Delhi, Mumbai, Calcutta and Chennai, people are not very much close by heart, and it's really important that people are tied by that silken tie of love and affection. So, the word magnanimous is large-hearted person. We was taking up this root, magan meaning large, and anim is soul. So, large soul person. See the roots that I take for this and the synonyms that I take, a long list. Generous, kind, benevolent, munificent, philanthropist, large-hearted, humanitarian, right, or a person who is ready to help people is always a person who is magna. It's your magnanimous attitude which is really going to help you in, coming out of the hurdles of life, because God also watches over us. If you're helping today somebody, the next thing, if you face a problem, God would send a messenger to help you too. Taking up the next word, because we had taken up the roots of Magan yesterday and you have jotted down all the words. I have jotted down the major epigram of Francis Bacon, and turning to the next word in this, Charlemagne, Charles the great Charles, Now, you can see this is a kind of a title given to the king. So, Charles the Great because he was magnanimous. Magna cum laude is great praise to someone. See the root here. Praise. Such interesting words. Where will you find such beautiful and interesting words anywhere? Yes, laudatory, laudation, praise, eulogize, appreciate, finding something beautiful in that. That is the word here, that is with great praise. Magna Carta is the great charter. A list of all those things which continue on a great list in a manifesto form, and magnum indicates the greatness of the bullet size. Yes, what do you have to remember? I told you last class also, yes, it means you have to just remember one thing. Yes, because it means Magan is large. Let's take up the next root, again very interesting. This is something which will really ring a bell in your mind. This is Sid or Sis. Let me talk of day-to-day words first before I take up the root. You've seen the first 4 front teeth when we have? We are not carnivorous. We don't have those teeth hanging out. Why? Because this is incisive. Incisive are just like scissors. They're used to kill or cut or tear flesh. That is found in the carnivorous animals. That's found in demons, devils, witches. And have you heard of the word regicide, homicide, fratricide, insuicide, genocide? What is it all about? It's all roots. It's a play of words. See, first I take up a simple word. Maybe it's not there too. So I add on here. The word is scissors. Look at this root. Scissors is used to, cut. To cut. Used to cut. In fact, I would write. Now, when I say suicide, that means to kill oneself. That's why I add the root meaning kill. So, it's kill oneself, that is suicide. Okay. Next word that I really, which is not there, first I am taking that word, regicide, to kill the king. Simple word homicide, to kill human being. And genocide, to kill the entire race. So, what have you come across these words and these roots very carefully? The roots here are the word reg means king, the word hom means homo sapiens like human, or the word like gen is class or race, right? The loaded verb blackboard shows your loaded mind with lot of words and lot of vocabulary things. Let's take the other words too. We have the word decision. This is cutting off. You finalize something. You are very decisive. You have decided something. You break off of all nebulous, vague, hazy and indecisive attitude and you become very certain in your attitude. Homicide has I taken up and it's there, a killing of a human being. Frat from this root, which means frat is brother. India has fraternity, that is brotherhood, killing of a brother. Herbicide is killing of herbs. Caesar, Julius Caesar, famous Roman emperor who was, killed by his own friend. In fact, I would not use the word kill, that's too simple. He was, in fact, brutally killed by his own friend, Brutus. This was, of course, a kind of a conspiracy of which he became a victim. He was cut from his mother's womb and got the name Julius Caesar. Not known? Yes, this is a fact. Concise, you cut through, you're very much to the point. I want to discuss this word with you. So, I'll take up the details. Before I do that, please note another word, matricide or fratricide. Killing of mother, and this is killing of father, right? Make it fratricide. I was also wondering where is the mistake that I had done. That is patricide. This is single T, please make a correction. Patricide, killing of father. Because I have to take this word again, so I'll have to erase the board. That's why I have kept this loaded things. You can write them, jot them. Wherever you find a problem, do ask me. This, I always believe this board is an indication of your loaded vocabulary. Yes, this is your screen of this mind, various permanent register. Taking up the word concise in detail. You are thoroughly cut means to the point. In fact, if I use the word precise, very crispy in your speech, you are compact in your speech, you are condensed in your speech, brevity is there in your speech, terse style, epigrammatic or aphoristic. That means in less words you speak in such a way, with less words, more of impact, more of meaning. So make yourself, yes, very crispy style of speaking, so that your concise words also can make an impact on the other person. The word incisive is to cut, the to tear, this is the sharp pointed use, to tear flesh. Something which needs a lot of part, a lot of energy, right? Let's move to the next root. Megan, you've enjoyed doing. Sid or sis you have done, and now the third root for today, that is mot, that is to move. When I have mot or to move, in this case I have the word here which means something which is mobile, something which is not stationary, something which is not static. Automotive is a car that moves by itself on its own, that is automotive. Motor car, again a vehicle which moves on its own. Motorist is one who moves that, drives that, is a motorist. Locomotive is an engine which is used to carry freight. See, freight are the things which are carried from one place to the other, so that is locomotive. Motorcycle is two-wheeled vehicle that moves, and motorcycle is the driver of the vehicle. Only thing which I want to stress is this word, that is MOT, and this MOT is meaning in the sense of movement. It is mobile. It is not stationary or not static. It is revolving, right? This is the meaning here of the word mot, that is move. Okay. The other words we have for mot, let's turn to those words too. Motor. Motor is an engine or machine that moves. It is on a condition of movement. Have you heard of motel? You must have all heard of hotel, but not motel. If you've heard, that's good. It's you take your own vehicle and drive to that place, that is a motel. And I'm motivating you, that is making you move towards your goal. You know, teacher acts as a motivator, the spirit behind your action, a kind of a person who acts as the mentor for your goal. That's what I want to be the same, because this is going to promote you, this is not going to demote you, and your vocabulary is going to be rest. It's going to be something which make you rise like a phoenix. See, every human being, every lawyer, every person wants that gift of gab, the art of speaking, by which you make an impact on the other person. And this impact can be only done when you have, yes, when you have your mind pregnant with thoughts, with ideas, with words, and various words of vocabulary, right? So we'll move on with the same root, and we'll taking up 2 more roots in our next classes, because every time we are taking up, you know, wherever we hang on, we continue with the next root in the class, right? Okay students, thank you for today.